Substack was a good spot to do it because you'll attract people that are like into the fucking memes. But yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah, memes are incredible, man. They're so shallow and dumb, but irresistible at the same time. I could spend all day just scrolling through memes.
I know there's I get to the point of like meme fatigue. Sometimes I try not to get to that point. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You're like, okay, this is funny, but this is like
Yeah,
losing its shine, its luster.
splendor for sure.
Yeah, dude. Um, I mean, you can make the argument that like a lot of memes will say, memes will say a lot with very little, like the whole like laconic speech thing. But yeah, you could also argue that it's a fucking shortcut to thinking, and
Well, no question. Yeah, yeah, and so it's when it's used for comedy or sometimes just sort of insightful things like the one of the bus with the one guy looking at the window and the other guy's looking at the wall, and they're both in the same bus, but one of them feels nice and optimistic about it. It's got blue skies in the back.
yeah,
Those are pretty nice, certainly. But often memes are also just to show. It's like the thing that Socrates was most concerned about with the printed word is you can find a way to capture an idea that's completely dishonest and portray it as though it's true without any evidence whatsoever. And there's a method of using memes within the culture war that isn't mocking the culture war, but like standing up for it. I got tired of those really quickly, for sure.
yeah. I mean, the ones where like uh the wise wing laggy on top, appropriated bottom. Maybe that's the way my screen shows it. Appropriated has the fucking. She asked who's who of the two of us.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. I'm a
No,
bottom here.
like she doesn't know who's appropriated and who's laggy. So
Fair enough.
appropriated's got the cool fucking artwork in the background. Um, yeah, dude. The memes that are like super fucking cringy, right? Like virtue signaling or like culture war stuff. It's like, okay, you're like, to me, that's like misappropriating
Yeah.
memes, like, because it's, to me it's comedy, right? It's not supposed to be cringy. Like, it can be cynical, sure,
Without question.
right, but it crosses that line. Who goes on the bottom? Loaded. That's fucked up, dude. I knew somebody in the room's gonna fucking make a comment if I say he's on bottom and I'm on top. You're like,
Yeah,
whoa, dude, how do you even know that?
we'll have to make up for that later somehow.
Right, yeah, for sure. um yeah, I mean, again, there's using memes as like that, like symbolism or whatever, without getting too fucking heavy, like, a simulacra for an actual fucking conversation, right? you know
Yeah, 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 man.
um but we don't have time to sit there, like, well, I mean, yeah, nobody's got time to sit there and have a fucking, I'm not gonna have a conversation or a rant or a fucking long note very often about like about what the meme's talking about, when I can just put the fucking meme up.
Put
Like,
the meme up. Yeah,
yep.
yeah. That's one of the things I was getting frustrated about lately with Substack is there's a new option where you can turn attachments off. I guess.
Really?
Mm. And they're all the culture war ones. So that's why I tested it earlier on today with that one with the Johnny Depp one, the Jack Sparrow meme.
Yeah.
I was trying to attach pictures, and like one guy was complaining about something. I couldn't even tell you what it was, but he wanted me to defend my position. But there's no attachments available on the entire thread, so all I can do is like write my opinion. And it's funny that the only people I see doing that are the culture war guys and the guys who are just like here for shits and giggles or for memes or the actual purpose of Substack, which is to write something or create something. I'm not dismissing the meme lords like yourself, sir, but like the the people who are most engaged with disabling attachments or shit like that are the ones who pretend to have something to prove. It's frustrating.
Right. Like, they're the ones that don't want to have, yeah, they're the ones that don't want to have a real conversation about something, which it's difficult to do, man. You gotta like, Yeah, I've found that like when trying to have actual discussions, you gotta you gotta fucking soothe people so much, man. You got to tell them that they're what is that from Anchorman? You got to put lotion on their bottom and tell them that they're fucking special,
Yeah.
and kind of like fish hook them into that you're genuine and nice before you can even get your point out there. But they're not that, just because they're willing to have a conversation with you doesn't mean that they're willing to actually hear you.
Oh, for sure.
Massive difference.
Yeah. Yeah. The internet should come with a punch in the nose option, and that would make conversations more honest, I think. If you could work that out.
Dude, fucking the whole fucking popped in the mouth thing. Yeah, Diogenes said get him on live to prove they ain't a coward. I mean, yeah, that's gonna diffuse a lot. When people are just angry, I think getting them on live is good. Like, the whole like people are, keyboard warriors. It kind of makes it more of like face-to-face interaction, which people are kinder and they're gentler about their shit. But I don't know, man. I think some culture war people would still fucking spout some insane bullshit.
Without question. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm curious, what do you do for a living, if you don't want me asking?
Um, I think this is going to be a more interesting question for you, but I'm just a waiter, man. That's all I do. I'm a simple server.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a restaurant guy too.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Nice.
got maybe six years worth. I do a lot of construction as well. But man, restaurants are so interesting.
Like, so what do you do in the restaurant?
I'm just a doorman right now. Just Fridays and Saturdays. It's at this place does fish and chips for guys in their 50s to watch the ball game all week long, and they have events like I couldn't even tell you the list of them, but there's always people going through there for like a Facebook book club or something with some wings on the side or something like that. And on Friday and Saturday nights, it turns into one of the hottest clubs in the entire city, and the lineup will go down the block to the end of the next block, and we're talking like it's like a double block, and most of it's residential, which is kind of a problem for the bar because people waiting to get into the place are waiting in front of like a family's front door, sort of thing. It's a weird dichotomy.
Yeah, I've seen that in neighborhoods. So it starts as one thing because that's so specific.
It's strange. Yeah.
50-year-olds drinking shitty beer and eating fish and chips or whatever.
And then it turns into like, and the demographic is shifted lately to 19 to 23 is the average age. People who are 24 are told they're old for the demographic
that
there.
Dude, that's so. People who say that get such a fucking slap in the face when they realize, holy shit, I'm young and I don't know fuck all. I was
Well, yeah,
talking
a lot of people make it pretty
talking
deep into their life before they recognize that.
for sure. So what? Well, I don't. Yeah, I wanted to ask the name of the restaurant to look at it, but yeah, I've done. I've been a doorman. Couple times, couple stints. It was like a side gig in Phoenix in Scottsdale, place called Martini Ranch, and then at a place called Highlighter, a gentleman's club. It's a strip club. There's almost no gentlemen going in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Ironically named. Hey,
yeah,
Ulysses.
for sure, for sure. Do I know Ulysses? So that's all right. Yeah, it's a good side gig. I think that like restaurants and clubs, I think, well, especially restaurants, like is a good. I always pitch it as it's really good social kind of. Yeah, it's a good social aspect, straight up.
Yeah. 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 It's a very particular kind of way that it blows out in restaurants. It's kind of, my experience is it doesn't really get past the sweet spot of young 20s culture, no matter how old people get. I work for people where there's not even any people in their 20s and everybody's still sort of acting like, I heard Sharon's blowing what's his face in the bathroom kind of shit. It just never leaves the restaurant industry.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, yeah, a lot of it is like you have to stay young because there's always young blood coming in, but at the same time, um, like if you take it as an actual A lot of people don't take it as an actual profession. It's like a stepping stone, right? Or it's like a side gig until you get into what you
Yeah.
want. Like, that's the thing. I can't wait to get a real job. Well, fuck you. Um, so I think that there's like a improvement aspect to it, like a personal improvement aspect, right? Trying to, if you're back of the house, you're trying to learn more about food, you're trying to get better with your craft. When you're front of house, if you're a bartender with your mixology, or even just being a hospitable person and being more efficient at your job, like there's there's that aspect where you gotta have that like young hungry mindset.
And you can, as a server too, for sure, and a bartender, a front of house person, you can definitely pay the bills with a hungry mindset. You can make a
For
lot of
sure.
money. Yeah.
You do run into back at you, Ginger. Uh yes. Good looking gentleman having fucking conversation about nothing. Yeah, you get, but then that goes the other way. Like that goes in the bad direction. You get a lot of people who are like super greedy, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Like we've got a couple of those at the restaurant now. One of them's gone, and like once you get in that like mindset, then you kind of you poison your own well. That's a hard thing to get out of. You have to like be able to like I've been doing it a long time, and you have to like you get greedy, you have to like stop yourself. You got to step back. You got to like look at the big picture. You have to like truly consciously like stop and think what the fuck you're doing, right? By like being greedy over like a couple tables that's anywhere from, I mean, even if the table that you're trying to get is worth $100 over the course of a fucking year, is it worth like burning relationships at work over that money? It's not.
For sure.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, you got
So
to be a tight crew. It's sort of like running a ship. If you guys
mhm.
aren't getting along together, it's like jagged rocks all throughout the course of a shift.
Jagged rocks, right? Like you need everybody to work together to get around those rocks, right?
Getting at, yeah,
um,
yeah,
you're gonna have one guy putting a fucking rudder this way, sail that way, like yeah. And you do, and through that, like you do bond with people. I think you can do that at a lot of jobs, right? I think that uh this is gonna sound so up my ass of a word, but like you're in a crucible, right?
sure.
And you're I guess you could, the best way to say is you're kind of going to battle together, right? So
I
I
totally
mean,
agree.
any
Yeah,
job, like I imagine that there's I imagine there's plenty of other fields. I don't think like office jobs is a way to do it, but I think probably like yeah, there's some fields where I'm sure it's like you go to battle and maybe like you make a movie together or something like that, and a bunch of people bond because it's stressful as fuck, and you got an asshole boss director.
it's
Everybody's like, fuck this guy, but he knows what he's doing, and you kind of bond in that trauma.
yeah, man.
Like,
I think it has to do with the more you have to rely on people in a suffering and potentially suffering environment, the tighter the bond gets. I've worked like again, like I said, construction, and if we all just have our individual tasks to do, we'll go drinking together and have fun as boys. But it doesn't have the same kind of bond as a restaurant because there's no heat on the game. You're just doing the task, and then you move on to the next one.
right.
But in a restaurant, man, there's so many things, especially when things do go awry. If the dishwashing machine breaks down, or the other night we had the chit machines broke during a really busy rush. The chits were already coming in so fast. I was working in the kitchen at the time that I couldn't even. I had to have somebody help put the chits up on the board for me because I didn't have time to put them up. It took time. Who had none left, so you had to rely on people for all kinds of shit. At the club, when it turned into the club, the um, the point of sale system went down, and the bartenders had to figure out a way to take. They could only take cash, but they couldn't punch any orders in, so they're writing down the orders. It was like 1980s style sort of thing.
Yeah.
You do that on the fly, yeah.
Yeah, we've had to do that. Like we have like the tickets that we use just to write on, right? To ring them in the computer, and like you learn shit like you got to like start it down here because if you write from the top, when I go to put it up on your line, right?
No shit.
then
Yeah,
then
yeah,
it's going to cover up the top, shit like that. And you got to tell people this, when they're frantic, they got 5 tables. They're like, I've never had to do, tickets before and this and that. And it's like, yo, I'm giving you a very valuable piece of information. I need 3 seconds of your time that you do not have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Right.
wild.
Let's check out comments. Let's see. Matt, I worked as a dishwasher. It's definitely physical, dirty job. Worked with a young kid, worked his ass off, forced me to get up to his level. Yeah, dude, we had to fire an older guy. Yeah. Most of the time, if you're 40 and you're doing dishes and you still suck at it, like,
Yeah,
people are like, he's new, give him a chance. I'm like, what does he need a chance for? It's fucking dishes, dude.
you got 2 or 3 days.
Right. Because I've had to, like, we have to do dishes at my place because they fucking cut labor and the dishwasher's 16, so he's got to go home early. So you got to hop back there. You got to do that shit. You got a fucking giant steel wool fucking thing, space pussy. You
Yeah,
ever heard that?
no,
Nobody knows that one.
that sounds awful.
When those like
I can see it. Yeah,
ones that'll fucking cut you. People don't understand when they fucking unravel. Who's like in the kitchen in the middle of a rush? Who's it at the space pussy? And you're like, oh, it's over in the fucking. It's soaking in the pot. Like whatever. Um, yeah, but I don't know, man. The fucking everybody's got to do dishes where I'm at, man. Everybody's got to do them.
it's a good part of it too. It's humbling, so it reduces the status hierarchy shit because everybody's got to get down to the bottom every now and then.
Yeah, it gives people ownership, right?
That's right.
Like,
Yeah,
and if you're on the line and I'm coming back into the kitchen and I'm not just fucking standing there like a douchebag and I'm washing some of your dishes, you're gonna fucking note that is a line guy, right?
oh for sure. Yeah,
And when you're like, all of you fucking suck, like I get a pass, right? I need food a little bit later. It's like when you're starting to close up, you're gonna be like, yeah, man, what do you want? Because I was back there doing fucking 45 minutes worth of your dishes over the course of the night. So
yeah. No, I totally agree.
let's see more
The
comment.
restaurant I worked at had a crazy owner, snorted coke and yelled at people, and hired almost only hot girls. And then I don't know why he's saying this, but he's suggesting he wasn't one of the hot girls.
I wasn't one of the hot girls. Yeah, snorted coke. I mean, yeah, dude, welcome to fucking most big cities, right?
Yeah, I worked at a restaurant where a guy was it was East Side Mario's, and they wanted to redo the wiring in the back, like electrical work, and they're asking teenage kids and people in their 20s, like, you guys know electrical stuff enough, right? You can do it. We're not just talking plugs and cables. That would have been bad enough, but like the cables that run into the wall and stuff for the big kitchen equipment, just take that out and replace it. And you can't understand what you're asking us to do, or else you wouldn't be asking it like that. He said, don't worry, we'll do it overnight. I'll get you guys a bag of coke. And the offer was getting worse. Like, overnight just means it's more hazardous, and a bag of coke, you're just amplifying the whole stupid process. But for him, it was like, who could say no to a deal like this?
Wow, dude, that's fucking insane, dude. That's insane. Some of that, because some of that wiring is like, yeah, no. First of all, it's wiring. Second of all, that wiring is like got special fucking codes and armored cable and like
Right.
shit
Yeah.
that you're allowed to hang a fucking junction box out of the fucking ceiling. I'm
That's
like,
right.
if I did that in my house, that would not be okay. But yeah, man, that's fucking wild.
They're still the Wild West, man.
Have I had Yeah, I mean, I always tell the story. One of my very first food job was at a fried chicken spot in Phoenix, and I told them I was 16 and I was 14, and uh, they're like, "Man, you need to work a little bit faster. Why don't you go in the employee bathroom? There's a mirror on the back of the toilet with a line of Coke on there. Why don't you go do a line, come back, and start pulling your weight?" I'm 3 days in, dude. This is my first fucking job.
Wow.
Yeah,
What city was that in?
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Nice.
Yeah. Sunny Slope, better known as Sunny Slop. Pioneer Chicken, man. That's what started it all. I've done other shit, but
there's gonna be that much skiing going on. Slope sounds pretty appropriate too, though.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
wild.
that was such a bad fucking part of town.
I guess so.
Mom sent me there to get me away from like potential drugs and shit, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many drugs at this fucking school. This is great. It was a crazy school though because like half of it was really, really fucking poor. Like literally like no windows
Oh
on a
shit.
house poor, and then the other half was on Central in Phoenix, which is some of the like most expensive houses. It's some of the only parts of Phoenix with like old growth like trees and shit,
Wow.
and like half acre of like land. So it was wild the difference in people at that school. But anyway, dude, I've had so many jobs with people just fucking blasted on coke, like drunk as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Construction too. I worked with a guy who actually went through withdrawal every day at lunchtime. He was on too many
From
things. It was like pharmaceuticals, antidepressants, like MDMA or something like that, and then cigarettes and weed and probably a bit of booze too. But by mid afternoon, he'd be sweating horribly and comically aggravated. If you sighed at any point during your shift, he'd like walk over to the room you're working and be like, "What the fuck was that about? You don't like working with me?" Like he just got comically paranoid because he's basically scratching at everything all the time. You know?
dude, did you ever like come across a situation where that guy, holy shit, TRT told an entire story. We'll
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
that in a minute. You ever had somebody like that you had it, they couldn't pull their, like this guy, can he, or there are times he can't pull his weight because he's like shaking?
No, I've not seen that. No, this guy could at least. Well, no, no. After lunch, he shut down, but he could carry stuff. Like you're saying, like he was shaking so much he couldn't physically carry weight. Is that what you're suggesting, or he couldn't do anything? He
No,
just.
like do like fine motor skill stuff. It
Oh
sounds
yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah.
could probably do like brute force shit, but
You're totally accurate. Yeah, no, exactly. I don't, man. You gave him birth when he was driving home, and I talked to the dispatch about this too. Like, I don't have to tell you, he'd be. It doesn't matter. There's long stories, but he would go to the front driveway to smoke a fat joint in the customer's house, and this is like doing remediation. So you're like, so their basement got flooded or something like that. But in this particular instance, the owner of the place is the regional manager for the insurance company that owns many companies, including our restoration company. So they could just close down the whole shop with a phone call. I'm not exaggerating the least. Like it'd be like an indie guy making like doing drugs in the driveway of the Disney executive's fucking house and thinking like, what's the worst gonna happen? Like he could ruin your whole project and everyone working for it. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. I've seen some stuff too.
the guy's got to get his shit done. I've had some people at this job I've been at for 6 years. Like I had a bartender where like she, if I opened the restaurant with her, it's like one bartender, one server to open before we get busy and start bringing other people on. And she couldn't carry her martinis. She's like, "Could you carry this for me?" Because she's like,
Oh shit.
I mean, this is somebody that would like down easily a fifth worth of shots a night.
Yeah,
You
that's rough.
know, fucking easily. Plus doing God knows what kind of fucking coke from Spokane. Should I read this story that this dude wrote?
Yeah, I gotta go flip my dog food. Bring my
Okay,
dog.
yeah, do your thing. All right, TRT. I work college vacations doing silver service. Oh, like in the Bear. Mixed feelings. Some jobs were great. Others you got like Indian weddings, and some guys like to treat the little white waiters like shit. Then I had other guys there apologizing, saying, "We're not all shits like him." I learned an early lesson there. People can be shits and they can be solid. And the and that time the local pub restaurant had a bad health inspection. They hired in temps, but then set them to scraping the grout in the floor with a toothbrush and bleach. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm silver service, chef trained, and you have me scrubbing the floor with a fucking toothbrush. Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah.
Restaurants are
Yeah,
crazy, man.
that's not fucking, yeah, that's not cool at all. Well, one thing about restaurants that my experience has been that the best leaders that I've met, thinking of a couple people, like actual best managers, leaders, people persons, friends, like um people that can like make snap decisions, because I've never been in the military, not for a long period of time at least. Was I met in restaurants. Like I've got a couple, one's a best friend, became a best friend, and then another one is just a friend, but he was a GM, became director of operations for like their three restaurants. But like I believe that a good manager or leader in a restaurant is qualified to go be a manager at any other fucking job.
I would say they could lead a fucking platoon. Honestly, I know
Yes.
it sounds like you train them properly. Without not being a total idiot here, but they're the managerial skills required, the things that fall apart, the people pleasing skills, the like multitasking. There's probably 5 or 7 things you got to be good at behaviorally and psychologically to be able to handle running a restaurant. It's incredible. The girl who runs where I'm working right now, the girl's the GM. She's in her early 30s, I think, and she'll hop between bartender, barback, dishwasher. I haven't seen her work in the kitchen. She's done bouncer for a bit, which was pretty funny. She got a Google complaint on her first person, which is funny. But she handles it all, man, and basically runs the place. It's fucking impressive because it's a big order. Like it makes a lot of money. It prints its own money. This place.
Yeah. I mean, that's yeah, again, like valuable skill. And then, you know, 99% of the time, like those people, when they're managers, 99% of the time, those people are like the ones that you can like turn to when you got a problem. You know, talk it out. Those are the people also that like you want to work hard for, right? Because they're doing it.
Yeah, yeah. Across the board.
They get the most out of people. That's yeah, your whole like platoon thing makes a lot of sense there, you know, because that's about like getting the most out of people, right?
Yeah, man. I don't know if
Like
she's exactly like a Rocco Wilnick, but Jocko. That's
Jocko
the one.
Willink.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe if you had put her in that spot and she had developed in that, you know, kind of fucking fire, forged in that fire, you never know.
walk that path. Yeah, that's some
Yeah, for
brand new
sure.
fucking war paint.
God, there's this yeah, there's one guy that I know, and he would fucking sometimes I think he was so good, like you said, the behavioral aspect. Well, I was gonna say he's so good at it that he'd talk people into being better than they were.
Mm-hmm.
But behavioral aspect is so fucking important, like to keep your cool
Yeah,
and not fucking melt down. I was gonna probably make a meme. I think I'll make a meme. I know exactly what I want to do because we used to have this thing when people, you know, how like the modern term of like crashing out, you know, spiraling. Like when I grew up, it was just like you're melting down,
meltdowns.
right?
Yeah.
And just to be like, are you Velveeta? Because you melt so easy.
Smooth, very
Be
smooth.
like, fuck you, dude. He's like,
Yeah.
relax.
And
Yeah.
what's funny is I noticed I've been at the point where I'm just two dumb situations or bad comments, or someone even looks. I'm in such a bad, cranky mood in the kitchen. Everything's gone awry, and I know it's going to go on for 3 more hours. And you can feel a meltdown just at critical level, and then someone beats you to it, and suddenly the whole battery just depletes. Like you can't have two guys melting down for some reason. As soon as I see one person doing it, something just evaporates completely, and I can relax. I can breathe again normally. While I'm watching this guy, probably a little more sympathy than anybody else in the restaurant or the kitchen because I was so close to being that guy, and it was like he took the bullet for me, and now I can just sort of. But yeah, it's a funny phenomenon. You can't have two people melting down.
No, like you can have occasional one-on-ones. That's funny. You're like, oh shit, I thought I was bad. He's fucked. I'm good to go, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 more hours.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Dude, have you seen the there's I don't know. It's like an Instagram reel, and somebody walks up to the counter at like 9:58, and he's like, "You guys still serving?" And he's like, "Yeah." And there's like the cook had just walked out, and he goes in the back, and he's like, "Fuck, god damn it!" You can hear him kicking shit around.
Yeah, yeah, I've been that guy.
So yeah, we kind of handle that as we go. So what's up with your Substack name?
Oh, it's my company name. So there was a point where I was really pissed off. This is a long answer. You asked for it though. There's a point where I was really frustrated with the whole idea of cultural appropriation being the worst thing in the world, because that's like getting rid of fucking pizza and Japanese jazz music, and like everything is intertwined to some extent. If you have cultures that can't share each other's cultures, it's fucking cultural suicide and stagnation. So the idea is to make fun of cultural appropriation, except for when people go raiding into tombs and stuff, which we currently treat all forms of cultural appropriation as that. Like what England did for like 100 years, is they went to everybody's country and stole their best shit, their gems, their diamonds, their all their greatest everything, and then put them in museums and charge admission to go see them. Like that's horrible. But we treat like if a white girl grows dreads or something, that's the same as her going and stealing her like some other ethnicity's gems or something, and they're completely different things. So Appropriated Productions is my company name to push back at cultural appropriation. And what's kind of fun too is when I had a Shopify account for a bit, and to put it on the map on Google, what's it called, to get the search engine to put it up at the number one. When I first typed in Appropriated Productions, the Wikipedia page for Karl Marx would show up, which is sort of where a lot of this idea, the seed of all this culture war stuff was coming from. So it felt so, I don't know, it felt like a personalized battle, like a little slice of destiny just for me to fuck around with. So I had to get Karl Marx at the number one spot for my company name, Appropriate Productions, to show up on Google.
That's kind of fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, no, I was happy with it. Thank you. And then
Yeah,
I tried to sell T-shirts, and I made about $1,000 in 3 years. So that's not my venue in life, but the company remains.
dude, just sell some more. If you sell enough on Amazon, they'll fucking buy you out.
Fair enough. Or they'll just copy my design and then sell the shirts for 50 cents less or something like that, or block me.
But the thing is they'll still fucking buy you out. That's the deal. Yeah, you send them your design, and they're like, "Oh, cool," because you have like so you. I mean, everybody's seen Amazon, and you're like, "Why do you have 10 of the same thing, and they all have insane fucking obviously Chinese names?" One of those is still the original fucking person, and they're not going to put them out of business. But eventually, they'll buy that business. I know a guy that does like he's done this a few times on Amazon, and it's wild. He's had some failed ones, but he's had some like 7-figure buyouts by
No
them.
shit.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, like 3 of them. One of them was just fucking cups, printed like Stanley type cups.
Wild.
Yeah, I know.
There's so
Um,
many ways to make money nowadays.
so dude, all right. So this is gonna make, yeah. I never even thought, by the way, of like cultural appropriation. Like it's kind of that's literally what museums are doing. Like, and I never thought about it like in that way.
Yeah,
That's where cultural appropriation actually came from.
yeah, but in some cases it's just cultural. I don't know. It's um,
Raping, fucking,
in the worst
you know,
ways, without question, for sure. But sometimes it's just like Canadian Museum is just showing stuff that happened from its past, and you're just showing it. You're not like rating somebody else's history to do it.
right.
But sometimes certainly it is, and there's stuff in between as well where it's kind of a question mark. You don't really like. It seems off, but it's not exactly as clear as what the English got up to. I shouldn't keep picking
Dude,
on English. They're not the only ones who did it. They just did it really well.
dude, TRT's from England. He said guilty as charged.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
um, uh, I love my dream catcher that my girlfriend got me, but that's mad probably cultural appropriation. Again, not it's not anything to like rail against, like you said. It's the white girl with dreads, It's nothing. Be like, you know, you're really fucking appropriate. Shut up. It's fucking Dreamcatcher.
For
My
sure, yeah.
girlfriend likes it, and she sent it to me, and it's a nice, thoughtful gift. You know, like,
You got to
and
be
plus,
from the States to enjoy jazz music. Like there's certain thresholds by which the thing just gets crazy. You should get your dream
um,
catcher.
there's like, dude, look at like some of the like you were saying, Japanese jazz. There's all sorts of stuff that Japan like culturally appropriated from us. That's
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. Like sharing cultures, sharing shit. Like, you know, you do something one way and I do something this way, and I'm like, oh man, that's cool. I'm gonna try that out. I haven't appropriated your shit. Like, calm down.
No,
People get so people do get triggered by that, and there's such a like massive step between what you're defining cultural appropriation as and what people want to say it is online, you know?
so why it should be a small area and they treat it like it's a wide umbrella. Is my experience. Like the culture warriors, not everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they always want to find fucking something to get on board about. It's like, no, I'm for like, you know, everybody doing this, but that's too much. Like, this is too much. So, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, um, I think for a while on Substack, I was like pretty political, and I will say something on occasion. I think I'm like more into like commenting on like what I feel is like more social bullshit that goes on, because I can't, dude, I can't with fucking politics. Like, if you fucking if you think Trump is worse than Biden, is worse than Obama, is worse than go back, you know, or yesterday I was thinking, if you're like, you know what, I miss the days of Ronald Reagan, or, you know, I wish fucking, you know, I miss the days of Clinton. It's like, dude, you got something's fucking, they got you to me, right? Like,
Uh, I'm the same
I'm
boat.
I'm the political nihilist. Like when Trump came into office, like, I think he's just as much of a douche as the next guy. I think he's definitely got an angle, you know,
Oh, come
like a
on.
financial.
The Trump coin stuff.
Yeah,
That was such an
for
angle.
sure.
And now
But
the True Social selling $100,000 a month. You get his posts like a second earlier, but it might be able to help you in the stock market kind of thing.
do you know anything about the stock market? Do you trade or anything?
Not really. I got into the AMC stock because it was shorted a whole lot, like the GameStop thing.
Yeah.
I did one
Uh,
good trade my whole life, and then I got out again.
Nice, smart. Fucking, I wish I could say that. There's something that you can buy called a Bloomberg terminal. Okay. And so what this is, like, if you go start trading right now, you're seeing delayed quotes. It can be delayed sometimes, like a lot, up to 30 seconds. But if you have like a TD Ameritrade account, or you got a Fidelity account, or Robinhood's a pretty famous one, you can get pretty accurate, like timely quotes. They're not too delayed. Like, call it like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. What a Bloomberg terminal does is basically puts you on the floor of the stock market.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
gives you like, it's still delayed, but it's like a 1 or 2 second delay. But if your company is a multi-billion-dollar company, multi-million dollar, whatever, and you're running algorithms, those 5 to 8 seconds between your Bloomberg terminal and most people trading is everything,
Everything. Yeah.
because you can get in and out of a trade. Like, I myself can get in a trade. I can buy something and I can set up the sell as soon as the like, and have my finger on the trigger. And I've made tons of 10 to like 20-second trades, and I'm just a fucking regular human. So anyway, Bloomberg terminal, you pay like, they have a couple different levels, and you pay 50 to 100,000 a month, I think. Um, that's what he's doing, but it's for social shit. But also,
Yeah.
like, if Trump says some stupid shit, or some, depending on your view of what he says, right? Depending on your positioning, it could be an edge. People see it as like, why would you want social shit quicker? Well, if Trump says something like, hey, like this whole thing with like Micron stock. Micron's gone from $100 a share to up to 1,000, and this shit moves like, dude, it moves like minimum $50 a day. It'll move $100 in a day. It'll go up 50, it'll go down 80, and it'll go
Yeah,
back up 40. Like if you're trading options, that's life changing money if you can get out in front of that.
yeah, yeah, for
I
sure.
could I could literally, like, with the money that I have, if I could have one like genie in a bottle day with Micron stock, I would be eight figures
Shit, man.
with just using $100,000.
Yeah.
With using shit, dude. If you could do it with probably like $10,000 to $20,000. So the Truth Social thing is not what it seems to most people. It's basically you're getting like heads up on a trading terminal 10 seconds ahead of time.
And if it was a company buying it instead of just an individual, maybe that company has investments in other social media platforms or like CNN or something, and so now they're posting Trump's post before any of the other news companies are. It would be sort of like having an exclusive interview with a mentally challenged fucking president, and so you could promote
Right.
it.
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing, right? If I'm like if I want to, if I buy something at 100 and it's going to pump, when stop confusing Substack brains? Well, Ginger, the adults are just going to talk for a few more minutes, and then we'll get back to preschool reading. Uh, didn't even come out funny at all. If you buy something at 100 and it pumps like the AMC GME thing, if you buy something at 100 and the top is 120, right? Before it goes back down to 100 or 80, and that happens quick, what I need you to do is a zero sum game. I need you to buy from me at 120 so I can make my $20. I need you to go, oh shit, this is going to 140,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so I need you to buy at 120. So, you know, there's a lot of manipulation. So, I buy at 100 and then
Oh,
I'm like, hey, everybody, look, blah, blah, blah. Trump said this
sure,
stock's going up. And really, it's only gases to 120. I get everybody to fucking buy and I can get out, right?
sure. You made your 20 return.
Yeah, easy. Brandon's in here. Hey, Ginger, you and I and other dumbasses can chat to ourselves. Well, I mean, hey guys, there's a big red button that
Oh,
says end.
spicy.
So it's very spicy.
All right, I'll throw
Um,
an entertaining story in here that I got from work. That's
go.
definitely like street level dumbass. So a guy is kicked out of the line. He was smoking a blunt in the bar the week prior that got him banned, but not in the bar, but like at the bar. He was blowing smoke aggressively in the bartender's face. So get the fuck out. And we got this program where it scans your ID so we can ban the guy and recognize his ID the next time he comes around, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we tried to suggest the machine was broken, then said no, it must be because the ID's fucking there's a misprint or something. Like it's government issued. It's misprinted. It's your fault. Like go home, please. So he ends up getting escorted out by the cops, and then he comes back an hour later, and he's trying to get his way in, and he's not wasted or anything. Like he's not a complete fucking idiot, but he's very very pushy. And so all the security, there's four of us, have to get around. Like you're not getting in, please just leave, kind of thing. And the cops are meandering over again. And in the span of a few minutes, this guy sarcastically offers me 300 grand to get through the door. I'm the doorman to get into the bar. And I'm just like, you don't have $20. And then he gets arrested, and the girl tries to put the cuffs on him, but the girl cop, it's her first time cuffing somebody, and she's struggling like hell. So it's kind of got its own little comedy because she's trying to get the second part on. I've never seen it not work out in my life. I don't have a lot of experience with people getting cuffed, but it just seems like the most straightforward piece of engineering. I'm talking literal minutes, and people are helping her, and it was fumbling around kind of thing. And then while this is happening, this guy who's getting arrested, his buddy, shoves one of their cops with two hands over, and they start to stumble a bit. And the guy who's gotten arrested has finally been cuffed, and he's got the cuff behind his back, and he runs around the back of a bus that's parked at the bus stop where the bar is, and down the street, and the whole lineup waiting to get in. This is like the best. This is better than being inside the bars. What a great fucking show.
Yeah.
The guy's getting arrested. Well, like the buddy who pushed the cops are getting arrested. Well, the guy who ran around the corner, he couldn't see because the bus was there, but there's two parked cop cars there all night long with like a squad car full of police officers. So there was 4 cops watching as this dude comes running towards them with his hands cuffed behind his back. He got arrested twice in less than 5 minutes.
That's a fucking claim right there, dude.
Not bad. Yeah. We got some classy people at our place, unfortunately.
Out of the frying pan into the fire. Yeah, it sounds wild, man.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I don't have like that many stories. Like there was some like just run of the mill like stories from working at the strip club because I always say like people think that like it's crazy, but titties are very calming to men. They're a
No,
sedative when there's available titties. Um Everybody's pretty calm. It's the women that get fucking. It's the women that come in with the men that can get crazy when you start fucking with their dude because they think they need to like.
step up.
Right. They think that they're in a place with alpha women, so they need to like flex and prove that they're alpha. Like,
Yeah,
because I'm 5'7" and I can, I can throw my weight around a little bit, but uh most of the dudes that were working at the club were like big dudes, like guys that can't find shirts for their necks and shit. And they don't need my help. They need me to like restrain and keep other people from getting involved and stuff like that. Plus I'm the money maker on the floor, so they need me making money.
that's right. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
the hustler. I'm the hustler, so yeah.
Was that working the door or as a bouncer, or was that?
So you had the actual like the outside door,
Yeah.
inside door where like outside we check IDs before they ever get in the door, and moves. TRT said moves. Yes, a lot of these men did have man boobs. To fucking they have the dudes on steroids, so you got back scratchers everywhere,
That's right.
like in the fucking girl the booth, the where the door girl, like there's always a door girl to like take money, and reach in there. There's a couple back scratchers because dudes couldn't get their hands further than like this. um but then inside the door is like you wand people down, give them an actual search if you need, and then the door girl booth is right there to like take cover and try and sell VIP and beers, and then you got the yeah, what was on the other side? Well, the smoking area, um, and then you got the double doors to go inside, and that's where I'd be, and then the other if there was another guy on the floor. But you like greet people and get them seated, and that's where the hustle like really starts. Actually, starts at the door girl booth if they're fucking smart. But yeah, so
Yeah.
so you got the floor guy, and like I would go like maybe have to get girls out of the dressing room if they were in there fucking like it was
Whatever.
their turn to be on stage or something, and they're fucking doing coke or doing anything from just getting ready and doing their makeup to like doing blow, pissing in the sink. That's when dude, the fucking girls bathroom dressing room at a strip club is like not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, some of the ugliest things I've seen was the girls' bathroom in a club.
You get it
Yeah,
for sure. So I always got the longest line at the club when I worked in Martini Ranch. The longest line was always for the girls' bathroom because they never go alone. So you always got at least two for
for
every
sure.
fucking for every fucking piss. You got at least two girls, usually more. That's it. It's a numbers thing. There's only so many stalls.
And it's also, I think, guys go to the bathroom like they go shopping. They go like, I know what I want. I'm going to go down the aisles. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to leave. And girls, there's a bit more socializing in there. And one of them hear a good story that someone else who isn't their friend in the bathroom is talking about, like, oh my god, I saw that guy's dick or some shit. Now the whole bathroom's talking about it. Yeah.
Dude,
We
what
can
it?
make
You ever you ever been to like a an arena, like a sporting arena? This is kind of random, that has like the fucking trough for pissing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then so I went into a place, I can't remember. I think it was
That's a social affair.
I think it was the Seahawks Stadium in Seattle. Anyway, it might have been like it might have been Diamondback Stadium in Arizona. But anyway, I went in there like during the game. I had to go, like it was when shit was going on, and I went to fucking piss. Some other dudes came in. I was pissing in the hand washing trough, and the
Hilarious.
fucking piss trough was on the wall behind me, dude. And I'm just
Wow.
like, oh shit, they're looking at me. I'm like, awkward.
They just assumed you had previously worked at a strip club or something and pissing
Yeah.
anywhere there's plumbing.
They're like, why don't you just stand up there and fucking piss? Previously, yeah. Are you a girl from a strip club? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we're definitely God man, definitely see some shit. But
You
yeah,
have a lot
it's
of trade too, man.
dudes are surprisingly calm at strip clubs.
Yeah,
English pubs, the trough piss experience, um
floor
they're
level.
not floor level. Wow, I've not come across this.
I've come across the floor troughs, but there's also some that are just below waist level, and it's like a feeding trough for like domesticated animals, like horses and pigs and shit. But you piss in there instead. Yeah, it's classy. And that I find has it's a bit of a chatty experience for the fella because you're all sharing one pisser, you know.
There, yeah, etiquette still stands for me, especially with that. Like, yeah, don't fucking talk to me when I'm fucking pissing, dude. Have you seen the meme with like the stalls all lined up, but the one stall where the urinal's this way?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The guy with the pants down around his ankles, and it's like asserting dominance in a men's bathroom.
yeah. Making himself too comfortable.
Dude, Ginger said, I always go to the guys' bathroom at concerts because drunk girls are so stupid. I'm so digging into that. Like,
But she's not wrong.
I mean, I guess, dude, guys don't fuck. Guys just pretty much go in the stalls and just piss all over everywhere. So you, as a girl, you'd have to be standing on that seat.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yep. Oh, yes, the trough. Easier to goon, but not as fun to see the limp ones.
Oh,
Hey, some people are showers, some people are growers, dude. We all know this. Yeah, not looking. Well, I mean, Brandon maybe wants to get a little peep or something. I mean, to be fair, if I was going to the bathroom around women, I'd probably try and take a peek. So,
imagine the piss trough at a girl's bathroom. Pretty strange.
God, dude, didn't they have those fucking? Wasn't there some product that I don't even know if it was real, like some kind of? It looked like a fucking. It looked like a protective cup for a dude, but it was like funneled down, so a girl could just hold it there and like piss
No
into a
way.
urinal. Remember that shit,
No
dude?
way. And at the new level of like that girl came up with the chair that promotes man spreading for girls. There's like parts of her legs so that it makes her spread her legs open when she's sitting down. That's a compensating. If a girl's buying a strap on to piss into urinals, that's
Jesus, I
nasty.
saw fucking. There was just a dude picking up food at work last night. This poor guy was so fat, front butt, like man, he was big and he couldn't help. He just had a man spread, but there was a lesbian couple that came. I mean, I'm assuming lesbian. I'm not. Yeah, they were fucking like traditional, a very traditional American dyke couple. And she was fucking like doing this and like man spreading at the table. I was like, yeah, get some, girl.
There you go.
Do your thing. That's real. What's this? Have you seen those combo urinals? I think I've seen them.
What's the combo urinal?
It's hang on. Images, combo urinal. No, wait, what? It's not giving me. Oh shit! Is that something on back of the toilet? Elongated urinal. Okay, yeah, I'm not going down this rabbit hole of. I'm not seeing anything.
Some
I'm
secrets
not.
to be.
I'm not seeing anything that doesn't look like it's fucking completely fake. Dude, is this thing a backsplash? I don't. Oh, it's like a thing that like comes down. So like you have the toilet comes off of the back of the toilet. The number one way to go. It says splash free bathroom urinal attachment. I think it's just a thing that like comes down off of the back of the toilet and it's a deal so you can hit it and it goes right in.
Okay.
You're still gonna have fucking overspray problems. Was that movie with Jim Carrey where he was like multiple personalities and he had sex with the chick and then he came back into his normal personality and he had to take a piss and it's like going all over the place,
Myself when I
dude. Yeah, that's it. And he had to like plank over the toilet to fucking get it. That shit was funny, dude. What do you think about Jim Carrey? What kind of movies you like?
I haven't seen him in one in a while. I actually just watched Truman Show recently. It's good
Is that worth a rewatch?
for sure. Yeah, it definitely grows deeper the more. I was too young the first time I saw it when it first came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I was impressed. There's a lot of cool subtleties, like the tech crew who's surveilling him outside, that little like in the moon base thing they have. There's so many little funny things. Like people, anyway, the paper they're reading doesn't say classifieds; it says classified, which is like a statement you hide from the public. Whereas the classifieds is what you read in the paper if you want to buy a lawnmower or some shit, you know.
Right.
So there's all these little tiny small details that my eye would have picked up at that age. I definitely didn't see it the first time I saw it.
I need to rewatch that. I think there's like, do you think there's like a element of like how our lives are on display now? Like that they're
For sure, man, it's so much more prevalent. Before it was the idea was there's one guy who's being watched all the time, and now it's everybody in a way, either through social media directly or indirectly because someone else is catching you doing something or fucking these flock hammer things. I keep hearing about because a lot of people who go to the club I work at are pretty fucking young, and they're concerned about hitting on people the way I would have back in the day. If they see a girl they like and they think that she's looking at him, and he goes to dance, there's like 4 people recording him right away, and that's a different dichotomy for sure. I could make a complete ass of myself, and she might laugh at her friends, but I would just, I'd be over and done with that for the rest of my life as soon as I walk away. And now it's on the internet forever, and it's multiple people's cameras, and if one of those catches fire or some of their friends share it, like you don't know if that's 100 people watching or a million.
right.
Just to say hi to a girl, that's wild.
Which people like that deals with actual consent. Who was I talking about with somebody was like filming something with their phone. Maybe it was last night at work. I don't know. Past 24 hours kind of a blur, but people like filming something and it's like, yo, something fucking serious is going on here. Like it wasn't necessarily something where like this person needed those people's help.
Sure.
Like this person was already like making their way through whatever event was happening, but these people were filming it, and it's like, fuck are you doing? Like, you definitely wouldn't want somebody doing that. So not to scream fucking, oh, I didn't consent to that, but like, yeah, fucking hitting on people, hitting on a woman at a club, and people fucking, or whatever. Some women fucking could walk up to a guy and the dudes are like, oh my gosh, look at fucking Johnny's getting hit on by this fucking chick. Like, don't put that shit on blast. That's fucked up.
It's
Put your
strange,
got
man. It's
put your goddamn
voyeuristic.
phone away.
It's very voyeuristic, and then that's only come
Mm.
with technology. Before we had cameras everywhere, everywhere. It would have been completely. We like the weirdo hiding in a tree watching the girl across the street change, like Back to the Future style, you know. Like that's some creepy shit. But it's been normalized to such an extent that there's just creepy people everywhere recording strangers in case it's interesting. And also, it sort of bleeds over into the weird thing like people go to concerts and record the show so they can post it instead of experience it firsthand, kind of thing. I know I sound like an old man in a porch yelling at
No,
you.
no, not necessarily. Like the at some point during concerts, I'm like, why the fuck am I even like recording this? It's a shitty ass recording. It's just going to take up space on my phone. And that's like time that I didn't like check out the concert. I had gone to a concert to see in Seattle. Metallica came on their last tour and I wanted to see Pantera
Nice.
because it had been forever. And Metallica turned Pantera's shit down, by the way, like turned the actual
Yeah.
volume down. And I'm like, okay, we'll do Metallica. And like, I went with a friend. Shout out Benny. He's a snowboard graphic designer. He's like creative director at a new spot now. But we went there for Pantera, and he's kind of more Metallica ish, and man, I was like going to like record part of Master of Puppets because they did two back to back nights, and they did different lineups, and they were playing songs that are like they've never played live, like deep cut shit, and man, it was so fucking good, like Goosebumps good. You're like, man, nobody fucking thought Metallica would make it like this, like you talk all the shit you want, like back in the day, um, Slayer versus Metallica versus Pantera, and it's like these guys fucking they put in work. Like at least the two guitarists, I have a lot of bad shit to say about the drummer. He's not that good, and the bass player, their new one sucks. But like it was crazy, dude. And I'm like, I can't miss any of this to fucking record it. Fuck it. I'm sure they're
Yeah.
gonna like post a DVD anyway, you know. So that was like one time where I was like, I had literally my phone in my pocket the whole time, which is where it belongs with a concert like that, honestly.
Yeah, man. There's things you want to experience firsthand. You imagine if we get to a point where a guy proposes to a girl and she's like, wait, and gets her phone out and shit. She's like recording him do it. You can make sense of it in a way, but you want to lose yourself in the moment. You don't want to like plug everything in and post it. That's weird.
You really do. Let's see. Ginger said, "Yes, God, don't record. Be at the show, experience it. Like I'll record a few small things to send to someone who might see it, but I hate when people stand and record half the show." Yeah, there was actually Ginger went to a concert and fuck God, is she gonna murder me? Was it Eric Church in Red Rock? She went to Red Rocks to see a show, and I have this thing with Bob Seger, and um, that was I've got kind of a strange relationship with my father, but like our connection was music, and he was so big into Bob Seger, and again, I think it was Eric Church. Went fuck. God damn it, she's gonna murder me if I don't remember. But she knows about this, and so she's like, "Oh my gosh, it's a Bob Seger song that he was covering," and she recorded some of it. So that was nice, but that was like a purposeful to send like to a particular person. Like I doubt she would have recorded that song to go back and watch a random 47 seconds of, a 2 hour concert, right? So yeah.
Eric Church.
I think it would did she say it was Eric Church? Thank God I got it right. Any concert I go to, the seats are so far away you can't tell it who it is on video. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I'm gonna go see a concert pretty soon here. So yeah, I like live music. Do you go see concerts?
It's been a long
A
time.
little or what?
Gonna go see Run the Jewels is opening for Rage Against the Machine in 2020, but the lockdown's closed. Shut it down.
Shut your fucking mouth. They
So
still owe me money or a fucking concert. I had
really,
tickets for that in Phoenix.
no shit.
Yeah, dude, they never fucking $135. I never got my money.
Wow.
I never got a show.
Ticketmaster?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like it's a good friend, and we were gonna go together, and I gave him the money. I still talk to him. I text him right now. Like if I mean, I'd get the money back. I'm like, just hold it, just in case they throw a concert in another 5 years. But I don't think he got the money back. So yeah, did you get your money back?
I didn't buy a ticket. It's something called the Blues Fest in Ottawa, which is pretty incredible. It's just a ton of fucking live stages. We get some pretty big acts. So you would go and you'd get to see. They usually have all the stages going at the same time, but there'll be one big name happening at the time, so that you don't have Foo Fighters competing with Rage Against the Machine kind of thing. But sometimes it's pretty impressive. We got one year it was the fuck was it? Oh, I forgot the name of the band. It was a really good fucking punk band. I can't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue. And they were
Like
opening.
old school?
Yeah, from the 90s.
Like fucking Descendants or Dead Kennedys or Misfits?
Fuck. They were opening for Huey Lewis. And they spent every bit in between the show, in between the acts, in between each song, they sarcastically make fun of like, oh, Huey, we can't wait to fuck. This is our career dream, bro. This is the greatest thing ever. They weren't happy with the booking at all. And they let the show know.
Why am I not naming any fucking punk bands? That's
I can try to find it.
That would have been fucking cool. Yeah, I'm going to a concert at the end of the month, and going to see the Strokes, and then I'm going to a metal festival in Dallas. 1 day metal festival.
What's that called?
Sick New World.
I've heard of them.
Sick New World is like, they had one in Vegas, but so they did one in Vegas and one in Fort Worth, a little bit different lineup. Let's see. I'll go through the lineup. Let's see. This is tickets lineup. Fort Worth. It is the big one: System of a Down, Deftones, Slayer, Evanescence, Marilyn Manson, Prodigy. They have like some like kind of harder electronic acts, like Orgy and Prodigy and Lords of Acid, Twin Tribes, Ministry, Clutch, Down, which is the Down is for those of you that don't know, is the lead singer and bass player from Pantera, Melvins, Mastodon, yeah, Orgy, Filter, Speed of Light, Dying Wish,
Shit.
yeah, dude, Super Heaven, Norma Jean, POD, Ego Kill Talent, Under Oath. Yeah, there's some Wage War. There's some good acts there. So it's just a 1 day thing. It's not like a multi-day festival, so it's going to be impossible to see everyone. But I saw it and I'm like, I haven't seen System of a Down, and I've seen Slayer, and I've seen Deftones. I saw Deftones in like '96 at a Warped Tour
Nice.
in Phoenix. So I haven't seen him since way back. He sucks live. Like, he can't sing for shit live, by the way. But it'll be a good time. Whatever.
Yeah. They're a good band.
Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. Like, Deftones is, yeah. I'm not going to be like, oh, he sounds like shit. I'm going to be like, holy shit, Deftones. I haven't seen him 20 fucking 96. Holy shit, dude.
Wow.
30 fucking years.
That hurts a bit to say out loud, eh? I don't mind
It's
being
all right, man. It seems like yesterday, dude.
Yeah.
We were fucking waiting in line to fucking skate at a festival to do like 3 fucking laps on a half pipe, like, just to say that you went to a concert and did that. And it was in the summer. It was so goddamn hot, dude. So dehydrated, high on the shittiest weed, just shitty Arizona brown Mexican weed. Yes, Ginger. So many good bands. Ginger's got really good taste in music.
Yeah, I picked up on that. She's got good posts. I almost saw
Um,
this year at the Blues Fest, Limp Bizkit showed up, and they were. I think Cypress Hill was opening for Limp Bizkit, but I was working that night. But I would have gone in a heartbeat. That's a great fucking show.
yeah, dude, with Cypress Hill. Aren't they part of Run the Jewels, or am I thinking of who's part of Run the Jewels? Isn't Cypress Hill?
No, it's just Run the Jewels is a two-man band with like the closest thing I've come to half decent dubstep. The
Okay,
It's Killer Mike and I can't remember the white guy's name. Hip
gotcha.
hop duo.
Is that a cat I saw in the background?
That's my dog, Pippa. She's great. Everyone's kind of biased, but they're wrong. I have the best dog. She's pretty awesome. I can walk around without a leash. She's really
Nice,
smart, responsive.
nice. It's good. Good recall.
She's
My
not
my
huffing or leading at all. She's completely no training, so she does what she wants. But she's pretty responsive most of the time.
nice dude.
Yeah, dogs are the best company. I haven't had a dog until 2021. Was the first time I've had. You visit people with dogs or things like that, but it's the longest I've ever spent. And the company is life changing.
It is, man. Yeah, I probably need to get another dog. Um, yeah, suddenly lost my dog last year, but uh, it's one of those things like I want to have like time for the dog. I don't want it to like develop anxiety and
Yeah,
as a young puppy, like be in a crate all the time because I was able to like leave my dog alone while I was at work and because we spent so much time together. Um, so yeah, but it's getting on that time, man, for sure. Do you don't have kids, do you? Or do you?
no, no,
No? You ever been married?
never. How about you?
Neither.
Yeah, I don't
Yep.
mind it.
I mean, I don't either. I think I was talking with my girlfriend that like maybe one of the only I mean, well, she has kids, but one of the only differences is like she's had like a couple marriages and it's like, well, some of the only differences in time we were with people was that you married them, I didn't,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Ginger, she fucking said so. She said whores.
Whores.
Whores, yeah. Maybe, maybe. I mean, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. I fucking had some bad runs, man. Got a little bit of heartbreak, so took me a while to get over those. What can I say?
Yeah, she's not wrong. I've gone through spells where I'm years without, and then sometimes I'm not going to describe the alternative, but they get, yeah, whores isn't too far off, I suppose.
I call it well, it's a wave, dude, right? It's I always said it's like a wave
That's
when
fair enough.
you're unmarried, no kids. Like sometimes it's a desert and sometimes it's a wave and you're like fucking ride that shit while you got a chance.
That's
So
right.
yeah.
It certainly keeps
I
life interesting. I've got buddies who are married with kids, and yeah, there's a lot about their life that seems really great, and then some of it that I'm really happy to have the independence and freedom. And then I'm not going to get into it too much, but the better the marriage, the greater the reward, obviously. But some of my buddies are in marriages like I'd rather be in prison, honestly. The
yeah,
back
for
end
sure.
of the marriage
Like
certificate is brutal for everybody involved.
this girlfriend, like this one I'll marry. I'll for sure. Like absolutely for sure because I found my person where it counts the most.
Yeah, yeah.
So, which is hard to find. Like a lot of people sign off on shit, and get married for. I mean, I'm not just gonna say get married for the wrong reasons, but yeah, they sign off on shit for whatever reason, and everybody's got their red flags, everybody's got their baggage. It A lot of it has to do with timing. But sometimes again, like I was saying, sometimes it's just The only difference is I didn't get married, so I guess like the breakup could have like ended up being a little more complicated. My breakups if I was married.
Sure.
Um,
Well, I guess, yeah, I get what you're saying.
but
I was having
yeah,
lawyers involved with your breakup. It just sounds horrible. It sounds horrible.
right. Yeah, I was always somebody like that's how I defended my lack of marriage is be like, why do I want to get the law involved in my relationship, whether it's going well or,
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
get
Definitely.
lawyers involved in a breakup.
That's great advice by TRT. Have kids young. Seriously, you got to let that income ramp up for when you need it. You need a good home to get into. It's great advice.
Yeah, people having kids older. My sister had my nephew. I mean, she's born in 85 and the kid is 22. So what does that make it? Fucking like 37 or 38, something like that. But yeah, you want to be able to like, I don't know. What do you think, man? Live your life early or live it later?
If if things go well, I think you should. Just from what I've seen, the best advice would seem to be TRTs is to have your kids in your mid 20s. Start a small business and let it grow, and then by the time you're in your mid 40s, like I'm still in pretty good shape. I in some ways, certainly not athletically, but in some ways I'm in my prime, and I could definitely, if I could retire at my 50s, man, like I could happily live like that. So if you have something you could stand on by then, but a lot of people, what I did was I fucked up my 20s just traveling and meeting girls and drinking with buddies and concerts and things like that, living it up. I didn't have much of a foundation until now, and I'm fucking old. So if I were to have kids, just hypothetically, I'd be in my fucking like my 47th or 8th year of life by the time it gets going, and I'm gonna have to keep up with the energy of a 20-year or of a toddler. I mean, that's possible, but it's a tall stretch. It'd be better off, I think, linking up your 20s with a toddler. Just the energy scale and shit, you know?
So you're okay not having kids, probably.
Yeah, it's looking that way. I like dogs. Dogs are great.
Dogs are great. Do you like have anybody? You said you got like friends that are a couple. Like, do you or do you have like a niece or a nephew or anybody that you spent time around where you're like, okay, like I can see it?
No, I've got some buddies, no nieces or nephews. I got some buddies who've got kids I've spent time with, and that's pretty incredible. The one of my buddies from high school, had three sons, and you could tell before they were a year old which of them was like one of them before he was a year old was clearly the most extroverted, despite the fact that his older brother was maybe 8 years older. And I knew the kid when he was a toddler, like the 8 year old, and he was pretty introverted. And it's wild. You can see these little guys come up with their own weird little personalities that have nothing to do with their parents in some ways. And you could other times see like the clone version of my high school buddy in this kid. It's wild, man. It's like magic. It really is. It's like alchemy.
How old are they now? Ballpark.
Probably like 5, 13, and one in between. I couldn't say for sure.
Nice. Yeah, I've kind of I haven't avoided spending time around kids, but I kind of have like because like it was gonna kind of wreck my whole deal of not having kids if I spent too much time around them. Hi, Sturge. Welcome in. I have spent time around my nephew a lot, and like that's a special fucking child. Like he's such a cool kid, and like my brother-in-law and I like we take him snowboarding and like we day trips to go snowboarding because he has a pass at the same place I do, and he's got like a little dirt bike, and we take him to the skate park, and he's got his kick bike, and this kid's 3 years old, first time on an actual bike with pedals, and he just goes. Like
Wow.
he smashes into curbs and falls over, but like when it comes to like riding uphill or riding straight, like it's so cool to see him. And so like on the scale of what you just said, he definitely is a mama's boy, but man, he's so smart. He picks up on stuff that's like So I'll tell a story. He's such a funny kid. There's so many stories with this kid, but in the end, it made me realize, like the short story, it made me realize I could definitely have been a father, right? For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Like everybody that sees him with me, everybody that like meets me and sees me with him is like, dude, you could have been a father. But my girlfriend came over, and so my sister is pretty flat here, right? My girlfriend is not. And he's like, this kid's 3.5, very vocal, excellent vocabulary. And he puts his hand on girlfriend's boob and turns to my sister and goes, Mom, what are these? He's all, they're gooey. Fucking dude. And so, before my sister says, and brother-in-law, it's not appropriate to touch people, um, dude, it's fucking wild. Yeah. Yeah, Sturge. Dude, I hope she never fucking sees this. But before, you have to like correct the behavior, it's my God, everybody was fucking dying, dude. This kid. So funny. But yeah. And then I have a best friend who I live in Washington and she lives closer to Seattle. And she's got a close female friend that just had a kid, 6 months old, little girl. And um, she's trusted with this baby like it was her own child. And so it's pretty crazy to watch somebody that swore off kids babysitting a child for the whole day. And like, this best friend of mine, she could have been a mother. And yeah, she likes to give it back, but she was like, I used to hate when you send me pictures of your nephew, and now I finally get it.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And so
Oh, they're magic, man.
it's,
They're magic.
yeah, for sure. They are like, especially, when the kids are like interactive. I mean, yeah, they can be like a clone of the parent. That doesn't mean that they're not going to be like any less cool or any less interactive. But yeah, it's pretty cool when you're like in that circle and the kid trusts you, and, um, you know, then you can kind of see the full spectrum of like this child being a child, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then getting to try to teach them something they're into and seeing it pull them off, seeing them pull it off, like riding a bike for the first time, learning to swim, or when they nail, I don't know, a piece on the violin or something, and you got to put up with the horrible screeching sounds while they're practicing, and then after maybe 6 months, it works for the first time. There's magic in there. There's true magic for sure.
It is, man. It is.
I could be a dad, but you get into your 40s, and I don't know, man. Maybe it's hormonal or something, but I could make it through without two. I'd like to be a dad still, but it's not like it would be. Yeah, I don't think it'd be a huge loss if it didn't go that way.
No, of course, like there would be a lot to gain from it, but yeah, to still go without, like, you've already like kind of made it this far, and there's a huge jump from going, okay, from accepting, all right, like I could be a dad, I could pull it off, and then like actually doing it is such a
Oh,
massive
I
thing.
don't want to make it. Yeah, for sure. Don't misunderstand. I'm not saying I'd be a great dad. I'd hope I'd be, but to pull it off, man, the amount of sacrifice, and it's 24/7 for the rest of your life. Potentially, you get to sleep and shit. But I dated a girl. She One of the reasons why she adored her dad is she got into trouble drinking with the girls in fucking Montreal, and we're from Ottawa, so she'd call her dad, who'd drive starting at 2 o'clock in the morning. He'd drive at 3 o'clock to go pick her up, and pick her up at 6 in the morning, and then drive home again. And there'd be no questions asked. He wouldn't give her shit. She got drunk with her friends and they missed the bus back to Ottawa, kind of thing. The the commitment to be a good dad. I think I have it, but it sounds like a bitch.
It does, like, I definitely have the patience for it. You got, well, it's different, right? Because like, if you ever had friends that just require, being a busker in a subway is harder than people think. What's a busker in a subway?
My son wanted to learn violin when he saw a busker in the subway. His motivation was purely financial.
What is a busker? Definition: person who entertains people for
Oh,
money. Oh, dude, what was that movie?
I got a basket on the street, a guitar, or something like that, or a
Yeah,
music trick, or yeah.
you ever seen a movie called Suicide Kings with Dennis Leary and Christopher Walken? And they fucking kidnap Christopher Walken's a gangster, but
Yes, I
anyway.
have. Yes, I have. That's a great movie.
And dude, Dennis Leary with the boots, and his friends like, "What'd you get? Fish boots?" He's like, "There's not fucking fish boots. They're shark boots. All right." He's like, "Fish boots, man." He's like, "I'm gonna fucking shoot you." You say fish boots one more time, and there's the guy that keeps trying to wash his window, and he's like, "You touch my window again, I'm gonna shoot you." And the guy does it. He gets out of the car and he goes, "Give me the fucking busket." I never knew what that meant. So a busker's change thing in
That's right.
some is called a busket. And so he's like, "Give me the busket." He's like, "Here's $500. I see you again, I'm gonna fucking shoot you." He's like, "Give me the damn busket." That was when Dennis Leary was at his peak. So yeah, kids, I don't know, man. Like, I have the patience for it. I was gonna say, like, do you ever have friends that just ask you to do too much shit? They always need something.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And a kid
Mhm.
would be like that for the rest of your life. Ginger was just mentioning her oldest is 23 and requires more attention than when she was 8.
Um,
Kids
I
do
know
be
which
like that.
I know which kid she's talking about, man. That's yeah. I mean, sometimes like Ginger told me once that we were talking about that, and she's like, "Boys don't move back home, girls do."
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, she hasn't been to Canada enough. The house, yeah, I had to move back to my parents' place. At one point, I've got two brothers, and all of us somehow something went awry in our life. Mine was a breakup. Another brother got back from traveling around Asia, and another brother just finished university. None of it was timed, but all three of us back at the same time. It was awful. Our parents were so pissed off.
I moved back to my parents a couple of times, but I was also like gone at a very young age, so
Yeah,
kind of did my own thing and kind of tried to figure it out on my own. But yeah, I moved back in there a couple times. Some boys never leave. There was somebody the other day that was like, fuck, was it you? Who was saying to some kid, it's like, uh, to fucking shut up, shut down your internet, and your mom will have some pizza rolls ready for you in a
oh,
little
that was a
bit.
great fucking line. Yeah,
Such a good line.
that was Dan Watt.
Um, yes, Dennis Leary is a legend. Sturge, fucking Rescue Me is one of the greatest fucking shows ever made. Dude, what was I wanted to mention what there was some guy that you kind of got into it with, or well, he got into it with you. You weren't like fucking you didn't weren't like triggered or crashing or anything over the guy, but he was saying something about like some of us don't have access to fucking hot women. Do you remember that like a month
Yeah, yeah,
ago? What the
yeah.
fuck was that, dude?
Posted something, and I responded with a short story. I was doing taking pictures for some models, doing a photo shoot with some models, and one of them had never smiled before on photograph. She never smiled for a camera, and we had to explain to her what the salad is hilarious means, which I thought was wild. Like this girl's a professional model, and she was in her young 20s, but I asked her to smile, and the other two models did their like whatever the fucking smiling pose was, and this third girl was just sort of lost in the ocean, and they had to explain like here's how to smile when someone's taking a picture because all this bitch had ever done was like the sexy pout, you know. She was good at the sexy pout, but she had no idea. She had no flex. She didn't know how to fucking smile. We had to like, no, with the fucking, it was fucking weird. Anyway, and then that guy started somehow taking it personally that there's people who are in the company of women when they work and shit. And it went on for a while.
Sturge said, "Had this woman ever read a book before?" That's fucking hilarious, dude. Um, there's a fucking. I hate to bring it back to the strip club, dude. There were girls at the strip club that were like hard 9.5s that could not pull $100
Wild, yeah.
because they're like the least fun human beings.
Charisma.
And
That's what you're selling is personality and charisma. You can't be ugly,
yes,
but yeah, you got to form a
that's
connection.
You've got so much better words than me, I feel like. It's a good thing. That's awesome.
I just wrote a really bad book, so.
So is this book out?
Yeah, but I got to go back. I got to take it off Amazon and do another draft.
Why?
There are a few spelling errors. There's a dumb story. I got an editor from the States to do first the editing for the story plots. If there's holes, if somebody's doing something in one scene that contradicts something they're doing later on. So we read the whole thing first, and he gave me my own story back to me with notes, and I went through it numerous times, and there was not a single note or anything changed. I paid the guy $700, and there was no changes whatsoever. And I kept asking him, like, is there a legend I could look for or something you could help me? Because I'm rereading my whole thing, and I'm halfway through the book, and I haven't seen a single change. He's just like, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry, it's there. Just look harder. And so finally, I push him on it. This has been like 2 months after he's finished and gave me back the product, his editing. And he goes through it and says, "Oh, fuck, I haven't made any edits to that." What? That's the one job. That's the whole fucking point of it. I met him off a Substack. I'm not gonna say who because it'd be shitty, I guess. But I really want to shake my fist at this fucker. So
I
he
don't know.
offered.
Maybe also save some people some fucking money.
I suppose, eh? I
I
didn't
mean,
like.
not that you're the savior, but be like, yo, man, this guy may be good for you, but he ripped me off $700 fucking. Like,
He gave me some good tips. I used
okay, all right.
that term really quite a lot, more than once, and I didn't realize it. And he said, "Don't fucking do that." And so when I reread, I published it and got a proof. I'd used that 3 times from different points of the book. So I used really quite a lot, and it was like it stuck out like a sore thumb. There's a few other suggestions. I didn't describe the characters at all, and I did that on purpose, but I kind of wanted the main characters, to be as vague as possible, so you can kind of. I want the villains to be fixed, and you have a good idea what they look like and sound like and everything, but the main characters to be kind of vague, so the audience could sort of lose himself in one of the 4 characters,
Okay.
like that guy kind of thing. I didn't describe the locations at all. He said it read like a screenplay. So he gave some good advice, but all in all, the thing I paid him for wasn't provided. But he said, because it was so easy to do this, I'll do the spell checking for you for free, which is a great deal. But if he didn't do the thing I already paid him for, I don't know. I don't know. But now there's spelling, like I've got the 2 people to read it, and there's spelling mistakes in there that I got to change up.
How many copies did you have done?
I bought 30 and I've sold 18 or 20 or something like that in about a month and a half. It's been on the market since March. I also
So, which, so here, let me see. Let me just refresh my memory. So you've got like one of your posts is a clip. So there's Told You So.
there's the police incident and the war room with the
The
president.
the police incident was really good. So is the war room from the book?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's something else. Another criticism I've gotten, like a helpful one, is I've got. Said it felt like 40 characters, and I counted. There's just 16, but there's 16 characters going back and forth. So I need to do a legend at the beginning of the book to show like here's the head of the CIA and here's his goons working for him, and over in Russia here's the KGB tree and stuff. To sort of organize it in your head a bit, maybe do some drawings of them or something.
Dude, like I think like more books need to do that. Like I would love to see that and go reference it. Like I'm somebody who like references maps, like fucking whatever,
That's
Game
great.
of Thrones, The
Yeah,
Hobbit. Like
yeah,
if you read Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings or Silmarillion and you don't reference maps, like you're a serial killer. Like you like difficult things.
yeah, yeah. I totally agree. So I got
Um
to redo it a little bit, but it's basically a finished book, and I'm really happy about it. It's a lot of fun to write. It took about 3.5 years.
I started to kind of understand, like I'm like, okay, I see where this is going, and then you said Hepstein Grove. I'm like, oh god, here
No,
we
it's awful.
go,
It's an
dude.
awful book. Yeah,
It's a good one. So yeah, I'd like to see this one. Which I don't know. I haven't seen many people try to like fictionalize what I think you're gonna fictionalize, but
it's exactly what it sounds like. The president's tied into this, and there's one of the main characters is a guy called Klaus Hissinger, who's an international politician based on no human figure, of course. Totally fictional.
Nice. Kissinger. Yeah, Sturge. It's Hepstein, spelled Hepstein
And
Grove. So yeah,
hepatitis D. Yeah.
Hep C Grove. Oh my gosh, Game of Thrones was so confusing at first with all the names. Oh, uh I need a map, nerd. Keep talking, laggy. Uh Game of Thrones, I like it. Did you read it? Did you read Game of
I
Thrones?
watched the show. I didn't read any of the books.
I watched like a few seasons and then I hit the books before like one of the seasons came out. Each chapter is named after a person, which I like, which kind
Yeah.
of because it's good to be able to like segment it into everybody's stories. Like, yeah, kind of plays into your deal about wanting to do that like map of characters, table of contents, outline for the people in the story. I
Sturge is
am
safe from ever watching or reading Game of Thrones.
I am marked safe. Hmm. I don't know what that means. Nice, dude. This was a cool chat, man.
Yeah, likewise. I'm glad we did this.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of stuff to like pick brains about and that type of thing. Uh, yeah, Dennis Leary, Rescue Me. I always want to redo that show, but I don't really redo shows. It's not a thing. Kind of an
No?
original. Seems like a good idea, but
Oh,
yeah.
you mean a redo? I thought you meant like to rewatch it. You mean like a
No, like
yeah, yeah.
literally rewatch it. That show's fucking wild, man.
I
That
never got
show's
into
like
it. I saw a few episodes back in the day, but yeah, I should.
it's it's worth a watch if you haven't seen it all the way through. Yeah, if it's just one of those shows where you've seen a couple episodes. Because he's good. It's got some comedy. It's definitely dark. But he's like the premise is that he's a raging fucking alcoholic, like drinking pint glasses of vodka type of thing, like cringe amounts of alcohol. And he is a firefighter, and his
That's right.
brother was a firefighter and died in 9/11. So it came out like right after 9/11. So he's got a lot of like demons in his head. He sees shit. There's a lot of hallucinations. There's like survivor's guilt. Um he's a whore of sorts, and can't hold down his marriage, and he can't hold down a relationship, and he well, it's not even like spoiler, but he ends up like trying to take care of his dead brother's wife, and he ends up having sex with her,
Oh
trying to
shit.
have a relationship with her, and she's a crazy like New Jersey woman because they're all from New York City. And it's a good show, man. That show's got a ton of salt. I will say it is well
Yeah.
flavored. It means nothing. So yeah,
He's a
anyway.
tremendous storyteller, man. He doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah, he is. Like he definitely had his peak. So yeah. Yes, Apple. He delivered. He took care of his dead brother's wife. Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah, took care, quote unquote.
No.
You're like, no. You're like, no. Sacrilegious, sacrilegious, dude. That's a story that's been told a lot. Like people who are close, and there's a survivor, and they ending up coupled up, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
a story as old as time.
for sure.
All right, man. We good? We got to do this again, dude.
Yeah, I had a good time, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely. No, back at you. Thanks for having me. It was your idea, everybody. This was Appropriated's idea. We
I
thought it
couldn't
would be.
I couldn't
Well,
figure
I
out how to
mean,
do the logistics of any of the actual live stuff though. So Maggie had to do all the footwork.
yeah. Well, we figured it out, man. It was weird because I thought you couldn't do live on a desktop, which you can. I think. Like I'm on my phone right now, but yeah. So yeah, man, that was really cool. We'll do it again, dude, for sure.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it.
Anytime. All right. Have a good night, brother.
Good night, everybody.
Night, everyone.